Where you at, buddy? I'm gonna try to find our local friend, not you. So I want to check in for an update to see if anything's changed.
Well, life doesn't get dull with you around. It's worth sticking with you just to see who's gonna get killed next.
Is everything okay with us?
Hey, you're alive, I'm alive. That's gotta be good, right?
So no update. I guess that if they have news, they just charge at you in the middle of the street or something.
If outlaws were to come back to life as animals,
If outlaws would like to come back to life as animals, this is what they be. I'm gonna say this every time I see you. We're going back to Berserker Town to see if we can clear the name of this one person, or at least learn more about her or something. This person that's exiled. That maybe wasn't supposed to be exiled, but I don't know. I'm trying to think back to see if we even got proper information. Although any information would be unreliable coming from her perspective anyway. So I'd like to learn more about her and why she was outlawed. Crony. Cormag. Let's talk to Cormag about it. After all, he's the one I usually like, isn't he?
Do you know Cata?
Cata? I do if you're talking about the thief Cata. I see you are. She was exiled on clear evidence according to the law.
Wow. It just ends, huh? That's just the end of the conversation. He doesn't go any further at all. Well, that's a bit frustrating. I'm just doing a double check because I don't remember if there's anything I'd want to be updating here. Got 3 points to spend if I want. How far am I? How close is... Oh no. Alright. Yeah, the next rank is an eternity from now. At 85. She was exiled under clear evidence. What was the evidence? What was she stealing? What's the situation? Can I find any information about it? It's like, nope. Just the most generic possible throwaway line and no options for follow-up. Feels weird that he didn't have any follow-up questions at all.
This is no place for technology.
This is no place for technology.
I'm staying out of it.
You around... Oh, you're in this building over here.
Cata needs your help.
Cata? Cata? I don't know a Cata.
She's already told me she knows you.
All right, as it's you I'm talking to. Yeah, I know her. A man's gotta be careful. It's dangerous to throw in with the wrong people.
Cata? I don't know any Cata. I definitely don't have any pre-existing relationship with this person that I've chosen to pronounce in a different way than yours, than you are, as if to correct you while also claiming not to know her. It is funny. It's always funny when there's a conversation between two characters that are pronouncing something differently, because it reinforces that the voice actors were never in the same room, so they can't pick up on the gap. It's like having someone call it Patreon or Patreon and not catching it.
She says she's innocent.
Doesn't everyone say that when they get caught?
So you're saying she is guilty of the thefts? That Cormag was right to convict her?
Guilt, innocence, that's all about who's deciding, isn't it?
Are you gonna help her or not?
Will you accept a no?
No.
Is that any way for a friend to act? All right. I will do it. It isn't as if I didn't have a plan.
What's your plan to save her?
Okay, listen. She's accused of theft, right?
Correct.
So, what happens if those thefts continue now she's in exile?
That would be proof the accusations were false.
See? Always knew you were quick. So, all you need to do is steal the right stuff.
What do I have to do?
You grab the right stuff and leave it in the right place, and she gets right out. Simple.
So, what's the right place to leave the stuff?
Somewhere it incriminates our scapegoat, of course.
Scapegoat?
The guy who snitched on Cata. Drogue. He tried to fit her for the crime. Now we'll do that to him. Come on, you must know him. He guards the main city gate. You like as not saw him on the way in here.
You don't like Drogue.
He's a prime A1 blackmailing asshole who uses his position to rob people and make them feel small. What's not to like? Go to Cinda and Bourne's huts. Everyone knows they've got chests of valuables. So, here's the plan. You find those chests and break into them. You steal the valuables and leave a claw behind in their place. Then, you put those valuables, those stolen valuables, into a chest in Drogue's house together with another claw. That's going to make him look very, very guilty.
Why a claw?
Because it's the sign of, well, that doesn't matter for now. Let's just say that when people see the claw, they will take it as proof of Drogue's guilt. So, take these claws, one for Cinda's chest, one for Bourne's, and one for Drogue's, and get the job done. Everything clear?
Why the claws? You already know what the claws are for. You already did the whole quest chain for the claws. We did that, or at least part of it. Also, no one was keeping track of pronunciation. On top of Cata and Cata, they went between Drog and Drogue.
How can I break into Cinda's and Bourne's chests?
Break the lock, pick the lock, stare at it until it drops off. I'm sure you can think of something.
Isn't there a simpler way?
Well, I suppose you could use the keys. I happen to have picked them up earlier. Here, but don't let those keys get traced back to me. I'd rather not end up at the end of a rope.
How did you get those keys?
If I tell you that, I'll ruin my aura of mystique. Point is, I had them, now you've got them, and you can get Cata free. Problems are solved when Ulrich's involved.
He was gonna send me to lockpick these things, but he had keys the whole time that he just didn't bother to give me. And what was his response was gonna be, well, you didn't ask. What an asshole. I think the game wants you to just assume she's innocent and just take the quest at face value, even though the game has proven that the quests should not be taken at face value a few times now. Because you can't, like, get... I don't think there's been an opportunity to get any evidence or learn about the scenario and come up with a judgment whether she's innocent or guilty. It's just they give you a quest and expect you just to go for it, basically. So I think I'm just going to take it at face value because they seem to not consider the idea of not taking it at face value, more or less.
Your plan is too complicated.
Complicated? I pulled the same plan off when I was 7 years old. It's child's play. Loot out, claw in for Cinda's chest and Bourne's chest, loot in, claw in for Drogue's. Then Drogue gets into trouble, Cata gets out of trouble, and we get to bask in the glory. I told you, I'm all about solutions.
The only point in favor of this quest is really that we already know that Drogue is just scummy because we've interacted with him before and he kind of sucks. But the fact that the person that is the contact for doing this mission is the other character that's scummy and smuggly and questionable kind of hurts the concept. Cata says she was exiled unfairly. She wants me to find a way to prove her innocence so she can return to Goliath. Ulrich's plan is to steal valuables from 2 chests, leaving a claw behind each one. I should put the stolen valuables and another claw into Droge's chest. Huh. Yeah, no actual points for or against the idea of her actually being innocent. It's just face value. Weird.
You think you can get a hold of a decent set of
That tunnel did not really pan out the way I thought it might. So whose chest is here? Oh, right. This is the shopkeeper. Chest is inside, of course. I might need to come back at nighttime. Is there a garden here? I don't remember. You freak out if I walk over here, right? No? One claw. This is where the categories would really be nice. Claw.
This is private property.
Hi. You didn't see that, right? Did you not see that? Okay. Interesting. Is this Droge's? Yeah. Well, I need to get the loot first. Yeah, I really wish they would patch in the category thing. I'm so confused because look at these. Look at all these nice categories. See? Look how many there are. Why do they disappear whenever you're not in this menu? They're so useful, clearly. And they're really useful for moments like that where you're trying to rapidly place a claw in an inventory, but you have to scroll through like 300 items to get there under a time limit because this game never pauses unless you press this button. So you're definitely at a risk of getting caught. Anyone in here? All I can do is just give it a shot, right? He has ELEX. They should be happy that I'm breaking into their stuff. I'm making them not get in big trouble later. Oh, this is the wrong direction to take. Oh man, that was way longer than going from the top. Nobody saw that, right? These guys have ELEX drinks in their houses. That's super questionable. I already have the gland soup recipe. You're not supposed to have ELEX, you're a berserker. A bag of cultivator's loaf. I'm fine. I haven't seen this place get attacked again. Early on in the quest line, it kind of establishes the idea that wildlife just breaks in and attacks them because they're so surrounded by it, but actually they've been totally fine since then. She is walking into a wall. Could you go somewhere else? You're really messing with my ability to break into this chest that's empty. Alright, just don't tell anyone, okay? You won't tell anybody. Oh man. Gonna take a while to get through these items, isn't it? Mana, natural ELEX, so that's claw. Valuables or something. Orange valuables. They're not even next to each other? Cinda's really. They didn't even put them next to each other. Thanks for not turning around, woman walking into a wall.
All technology must be
How you doing?
consigned to the past. I'm watching you. Don't do something stupid.
Listen, I'm a paladin, you dick.
I'm watching you.
Alright, well screw you. I'm pretty sure I outrank you now. I don't think you can talk to me like that. How am I doing in terms of as I turn this on in front of everybody? How am I doing in terms of berserker stuff again? Am I ever gonna get that damn wolf spell? 50 cunning. I could have gotten it, but I went all in on my armor. I wanted to wear my I wanted my constitution up to 50. Cunning can be next, I suppose. I just wanted to be able to wear the paladin set already.
Yeah, you were starting fights for no reason. That's why you got in trouble.
Why even waste time thinking about it?
Hey, maybe some of the stuff I just got, from, like that ELEX potion from that guy's stash, will help me with the whole cunning situation.
I stored the goods and the claw in Droge's chest.
Did you put the claws in the other chests like I said?
Yes.
Good work.
So what's next?
First things first, you can give me the keys to those chests back, right?
Here are the keys.
Right you are. Best for you not to be carrying evidence. Next, I do the dangerous part and tell Cormag that Droge has been the real thief all along, so he should let Cata come back. But it's best if I speak with Cormag alone. If he sees us together, he'll be suspicious. He's like that. Wait here. I will be right back.
This sounds like some hot bullshit. He's gonna frame me, isn't he?
Good news.
Did it work?
Yes. You should have seen Cormac's face when everything was there in Droge's chest. He hates being wrong. Cormac has sent a messenger. Cata will be released.
What about Droge?
Cormac exiled him. Let's let sleeping Drogues lie, huh?
So, who will take Droge's post at the gate?
Guess. I mean, do you know someone who just returned to Goliath and is looking for a job? Cata is as free as a bird. Well, if birds had guard duty. She's been given Droge's job on the gate. Imagine that. Someone in charge of what comes in and goes out, and she just happens to owe us a favor. A big favor. Speak to her when you have time. I'm sure she'll be grateful.
That seems like it goes to a dark territory, doesn't it? So, I think that she might have been innocent, and we may have freed her, but then it seems like the act of freeing her might have indebted her to someone who might try to use that to then cause her to perform criminal activities that are the ones that caught her in trouble in the first place, just by not doing it the first time, perhaps. It's basically like every single HBO drama that's all about like what effect prison has on somebody, and like, oh well, you went to prison on false accusations, well you became a criminal while you were there, and that kind of stuff.
I don't know what to say. I never thought I would see Goliath again.
It was Alec's plan.
But he couldn't. Wouldn't have done it without you. So it's you I have to thank for getting me home. And Drog has gone too. If ever there was a berserker who needed to be sent away to see some of the world, it was Drog. Here, I don't have much, unfortunately. It's hard to make a living in exile. And here, take this claw. It's important. Keep it. Don't sell it. Don't throw it away. Don't talk about it. That claw will help you when the time is right.
Thanks for the mystery. What will you do now?
I will do my guard duty at the gate. They'll be watching me to make sure they made the right decision in letting me back. So I have to avoid giving them anything to worry about. That said, I do have some business that I have to take care of.
Business. Sounds like you're planning to start more trouble.
Nothing gets by you, does it? A lot of people stabbed me in the back when I was condemned to exile. And I'm sure those people will pay out a few shards to buy peace now that I'm back. Here, for your subtlety.
Didn't you say you were out of money?
Hey, a lady knows how to budget.
She was lying to me about her budget. And that guy, did he walk through us? The camera was panning to the fire, which leads to massive screen distortions, but also has that really funny effect where her eyebrows are detached from her body. So she was super not innocent if she has a claw.
Have faith. Something always turns up.
So I guess was the claw being used as a calling card during the thefts that happened before? Because otherwise, Because it must have been that, right? That they're framing it like, oh, clearly the claw is still in town or something. Because otherwise, just doing more thefts after somebody is exiled for theft, it wouldn't really mean that they were not the thief, because there could just be more than one person thieving. Even the claws are an organization of multiple people, so it would still not be evidence that you exiled the wrong person. Although I don't know if they know that the claws are an organization of multiple people. But I guess there was multiple introductions to the concept of the claws. I wonder if there might be a thief character in the cleric city too. I got here via rat, whereas she was. It almost feels like you're supposed to find her sooner or something. But look at where she was. She was off the continent. That's where she was located. It's a bit of a trip. One of the more remote locations I could have gone a long time without even noticing it. Ever, actually. So there's that. I don't know, what's that marker for? Oh, right. That's from... I was marking various locations that I thought I might find any of the creatures that would drop black leather, which still has not panned out, unfortunately. I want my fire weapon back! How do I get black leather, goddammit? This is not a popular game, so there is not, like, extensive wiki information about, like, drop rates or loot locations or vendors that sell things like you get from Dark Souls. Like, it's been a real trip in Demon Souls. I can be like, hey, look, I want full moon grass, and where can I get it? Okay, so these 7 vendors all sell it. This one has the lowest price. Awesome. Look at all this useful information. Nah. Since this game isn't super popular, when I'm like, hey, how do I get black leather? All I get is a bunch of search results of like Reddit threads of people not being able to find black leather, basically. Or saying, hey, yeah, it drops every single time off of these enemies that I fought that didn't drop them. All you need is 2 out of 3 trophy hunter. I'm like, I got 3 out of 3, and I fought them. What else do you want from me? So we'll see. I'm working on it.
Hey, you. Nasty wants to speak to you.
Does she? And do I want to speak to her?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You want to speak to her.
All right. Then I'll speak to her.
Nasty wants to speak to you.
I was told to speak to you.
I've heard about what you've been doing here. You've blown into Tavar and stirred things up. Most newcomers start at the bottom and take years to crawl up. You're making enemies here. You know that? Some people are getting upset by your successes.
Yeah.
Yet here you are, already getting people to trust you. Question is, are you going to stay and help build things here in the fort? Or blow out of here as quickly as you blew in?
If you want me to stay, you have to give me a reason to stay.
You've got a whole lot of mouth, haven't you? We're going on a little trip, you and me. Then, we'll find out who you really are.
When do we go?
This is the way you prove to me you're ready to stay. And that it's worth the Duke keeping you on. This is the time to prove it. Okay?
I have news from Ignadon. The clerics are planning a big offensive against the Alps.
So, what does that have to do with me? We're gonna finish my business, and until then, I don't care what the clerics are doing.
I'm ready to go.
Okay, I'll see you outside, in front of the city.
Hey, maybe she'll conveniently walk me directly into big nasty enemies. Oh, those aren't the right ones.
So, friend, as you can see, that area over there is infested by large, ugly creatures with a taste for human flesh. What you have to do now is simple. Go there and kill them. Think you can handle that?
Yeah, I can handle that.
Okay, so stop talking about it and make it happen.
Okay. What is the context for this? She's just like, go beat those guys up. Wait, where's Crony? Wait, where's Crony? What would you do with Crony? Where's my companion's gone? I guess it kind of gives away the fact that she's a companion, by the way. I'm here because it was recommended that I should just go ahead and look up the remaining companions if I'm going to continue the story, because it's very easy to just miss them from here on out. And lo and behold, Nasty is one of said companions. At least they're nice enough to team up with you. That poison's adding up, isn't it? Ow, by the way. God damn, that hurt.
Come here,
Alright, well that was easy. All I had to do was not actually fight them. Well, I did fight them, but I kind of just lured them directly into the AI that also just took charge. I don't know if they were planning for that or not. But yeah, the reason why the reason why that cutscene just played and Crony's not here is because this is actually a companion quest. Like the ones we did for all the other characters. Although I don't know if the game just wants you to know she's a companion yet, but it kind of gives it away by doing, you know, the exact template that for the companion quests that aren't really replicated anywhere else in the game.
Did I pass your test?
That's a start. Come and see me when you've recovered. Maybe Tavar does have a use for you. We'll soon find out.
It was one potion, I'm fine. Really, your guys went through more. In fact, you got knocked on your ass. I'm surprised they're both so close to the fight and also willing to take part in the fight. Angry girl. Nasty is an extremely strong fighter, but seems to have some issues. Oh my god, she's so edgy. I can't wait to hear about how she doesn't get along with her dad. Hello. How much do you... Oh, there's a white gemstone. Can I have that?
And here you are, back again. Ready to go?
I'm ready. What is it about?
I'll show you when we're there.
We? Is this just the two of us?
Does that scare you? Are you scared of a challenge? Come on, we'll take care of this alone. Come on, let's get this job done.
Why would you think that we means just the two of us? Last time they were there together and also there's two other people. That would still be we. Oh hey, that's a nightmare. Wow, have I seen that one before? It's kind of a troll, but also scaly.
El Colisado, the terror of our runners. We've sent several teams to find him and kill him.
And obviously, they lost.
Yeah, most of our guys just run from it. Piss ants. What makes him so dangerous isn't just his strength, it's how clever he is when fighting. So be careful, and give him everything you've got.
You want to go down there now?
Yeah, you and me. We go down there together, we fight together, we stick together. Let's see if you've got the legs.
Gotta say, this is a higher demand on your character than companion quests usually are. Fireball. Fireball. Nothing's really vulnerable to fire around here. Almost like they all live in a desert or something. Because that's how RPGs work. If you're in a, what's that? You're in a desert? That means you're magically immune to all hot things. That makes perfect sense. Everyone knows that all desert-based creatures are flame retardant, obviously. Please pull out your weapon. There we go. Had to go ahead and have allies, huh? Ow. Pressed the wrong button there. Can you get back up or something? I could use an ally right about now. Oh my god, another one? Okay, I'm out of stamina. How'd that hit me? You can at least try to have hitboxes that make sense. Let's try how you like poison. Come on, you can at least be vulnerable to poison, since fire doesn't work. How'd that hit me? Come on! test your shit so it visually makes sense or something. Because that's bullshit. That's blatantly not hitting me. Ow. That was a big hit. Ah, crap, crap, crap. There we go. Takes a while for your stamina to come back when it's in that state. Huh. She did not get back up. So for some reason my first swing of my attack combo does 0 damage, but then the rest of them do like massively more damage. Like it's all over the place from hit to hit. I'm not sure if that was ever established as being a mechanic, where like every hit in your combo does wildly different damage, or I guess? Is it because it's changing damage type, like blunt to slash to strike to thrust or whatever, like in a Dark Souls or something? I'm realizing I know nothing about how the melee combat works, despite the fact that's the only way I've been fighting the entire game. Like, I don't know how damage calculations work, but those damage values from swing to swing are all over the place, with the first one being consistently shit.
El Colisado. That thing was killing our runners.
Why couldn't they take care of it?
You sound like William. Runners might be expendable, but we can't make a profit without them. Fucking William. If it's not shards lying on the sand, he can't understand the true worth of it.
Why didn't we bring more men?
We didn't need them.
That thing could have killed both of us.
But it didn't. So, here we are.
Is killing creatures all we're going to do?
There are more challenges out there. We'll find them.
We make a good team.
You are talking about profit here, right? Because challenge and profit is all I'm looking for. But, okay. If you find me a good enough challenge, something to really shake shit up, I'll think about it.
How about taking the fight to the Albalexiters in Zakor? Would that be a big enough challenge?
Fight the leader of the Albs? Well, that certainly is a challenge. It's also suicide without a plan. But if you come to me with a plan, sure, why not? Fuck it, let's destroy the Albs, just the two of us.
The Adjudicator Ulbricht is planning a huge offensive against the Albs in Ignadon.
Good. Then the clerics and the Albs can take care of each other. It's the clerics' damn fault we have the Albs in the first place.
Ulbricht needs a field commander. I think you should take that command.
Me? Why would I help the clerics clear up their problems?
And with Ignadon gone, where do the Albs go next?
Edan. They hate the Berserkers. Do you really believe in all this shit? Causes don't get you anywhere. Why should I fight for them?
Albs want all the ELEX, be it in Ignadon, Edan, or Tavar. They will come here.
And you think fighting a battle in Ignadon for the clerics will help? And what difference am I supposed to make?
You captured the fort, didn't you? And you want a new challenge. Destroying the Albs converter in Ignadon. Now that's a challenge.
And this cleric is so desperate he'll ask an outlaw to lead his men?
He needs an experienced commander who can help bring the free people together. And he's desperate.
Well, if it's desperate times, that's what I do best. I'm in.
You're sure?
I took the fort, I planned it, I led it. What have I done since? So sure, whatever. Let's go and fuck up some Albs. Better than wasting away here.
If we can convince them you can lead their force.
They know my history. They know I can lead. I'm ready to deal with any troll shit they think about me.
A chem-dealing outlaw who kills clerics and doesn't believe in Kalan?
You think they can deal with that? Then, I'm in. As long as you join me in this. I'll leave for the Hort and talk to this Ulbricht. You better not be troll-shitting me about this, and you better be ready to fight.
Well, she bought into the cause really quick. Causes are bullshit, they just get you. Wow, he's still holding the rock. It was actually wobbling during the cutscene. Oh, it's still wobbling. As if it's weightless. Huh. I think he's bugged, actually. He kept picking up a rock to throw at me, even though he already had the rock in his hand. So he'd like pick up another rock that phased through the rock. So he always had a rock in his hand no matter what, through the entire fight. And he was picking up and throwing a different rock that was phasing through it. It was odd. So she went from not believing in causes to just whipping right around to being like, hey, yeah, I'll lead the forces, whatever. Which, I mean, none of the actual leaders will, so she might be a good candidate. If she took the... I mean, she's not balanced, that's for sure. But if she took the fort... then she might have... She might be capable. I could shoot that thing to death, I guess. It's worth like 400 experience, but I've actually done it a few times now and I'm kind of tired of it. Whoa, that was half a level, just like that. Get the... screw it, committing them. I'm just gonna commit the points. Alright, so 3 more points. I need 5 more points to get 3 more level ups. Oh wait, I think hitting level 5 costs 5 though. Oh well, 1 more level up and I'll be there at the very least.